The Houthis are threatening to block phenomenal, people. It's like that headline from the New York Times, Houthis threaten Tab's Red Sea blockade, putting oil market at greater risk. We're diving into a story that feels like a geopolitical chess move on a water battlefield. As I read the article, I hear the waves of oil tankers shifting, the pulse of pipelines humming, and a huge shift in the global energy game. In early March, the Saudi-Iran war turned the Strait of Hormuz into a closed door. Before that, a concurso's 20% of the world's oil flowed through that narrow stretch of water. Now, with Hormuz inaccessible, Saudi Arabia has had to reroute more than 1 million barrels of crude every day from its Persian Gulf ports. The solution? A long pipeline to Yanbu, Saudi Arabia's port on the Red Sea, and then a new marathon across the Bab al-Mandab to reach Asia. The article tells us this new route pumps about 3.6 million barrels a day, more than triple the pre-war flow through the Red Sea. So Yemen's Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, announced a threat last Monday to block that waterway. They've said they'll close the Bab al-Mandab, and if they get the dimes, they'd effectively cut off the backup route that Saudi Arabia has leaned on to keep Asian markets fed. You might wonder if it's all talk. Plur, a maritime data company, actually spotted 2 oil tankers making U-turns in the Red Sea, steering toward the Suez Canal instead of the Bab al-Mandab after a Houthi threat. That's a words because the Sea-Hoo would have to take a longer, costlier journey around the Horn of Africa. Yet we also read that over 93 crude oil tankers were operating in the Red Sea as of Tuesday, more than the 50 that were in that same stretch before the war. So it's not fiction. It's a swirl of ships adjusting to uncertain waters. The impact is far from mere administrative headaches, it's a ripple across global supply chains. Saudi Arabia's export of crude oil has run at a fraction of pre-war levels. However, with their new Red Sea corridor, they're trying to keep a steady tide flowing to South Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and other Asian customers. If the Houthis follow through, the maritime route could morph into a geopolitical weapon, effectively a new choke point in an already fraught market. The stakes for world energy are high. With the Red Sea threat stacking onto an already unstable Atlantic and Gulf, oil markets could face even steeper price swings. The article captures the drama of how replaced routes and new choke points can shift the balance for energy markets, and how this is happening amid a broader conflict that has been skewing supply and response patterns for months. So what does that all mean for you listening? It means the next time you turn on the news and hear about global oil prices, you'll understand the strategic geography behind those numbers. The Red Sea, once a sidetrack, has surged onto Thetis center stage, showing how a rebel threat in Yemen can ripple across the entire world economy. Thank you for stuck with me today. I'm your host, and if you want a deeper dive into how wars reshape global trade routes, stay tuned for more stories. Until next time, keep your curiosity aloft, and remember, geopolitics is a continual tide, rising, retreating, and reshaping our world in silent, watery waves.